best year of your life. That's a tall order, right? Not that it will make you rich in a week or perform any other magic tricks, but it will help you to think in a way to do things that assist you currently and in the future. So here it is. Boom. What we're going to do, right? Now remember, this is between you and yourself, for the believers, and God. Nobody else. So one of the key things to this is that you have to be honest with yourself. You're going to have to be honest with yourself. You know, face reality in order for this to be effective. You're going to look back on your life, the good experiences you had and the bad experiences, that you can think of. There should be enough of them that stands out that you can have memories of good experiences and bad experiences. You're going to look at the good experiences. You're going to see if there are some things that you did that actually caused those good experiences to happen, Sometimes things happen and we do have something to do with it. We just don't look at it that way. We don't realize it. You might have made a decision that put you in a predicament that allowed the good experiences to happen or caused the good experiences to happen. And it could be direct or indirect. But anyway, look back at that situation, and that's why you're going to calm down. You're going to be in a quiet place. You're going to look at the situation, and you're going to really analyze it and see if there are things that you did, some decisions that you made that led up to the good experience. If so, you're going to pat yourself on the back, You're going to make a mental note of the principles that enable you to think in a way to make the decisions that brought about those good experiences. And you deserve that pat on the back. Now, we're going to look back at the bad experiences and negative situations we found ourselves in. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to sit back. We're going to analyze, the things that happen as times progress and evolve to this bad experience, that negative situation. And you're going to see if there are some things that you did that might have brought on this bad experience or negative situation. Are there some things you could have done differently to avoid it, If there are, then there are some bad things, some things that you did that brought on the consequences of the situation. So, remember, you got to be honest with yourself. Don't nobody know, man. You ain't telling nobody. You ain't telling nobody. You got to be honest with yourself, because this is going to be important to you. This is growth. You see what I'm saying? You're going to identify the principles and techniques that you could have used so that your thought process would have been different, so that your actions would have been different, and so that you might not have made the decisions that you did if you say that they contributed to a bad experience or negative situation, you see? So once you identify how you could have done things differently, you can figure out the principles in that thought process. You don't even just want to make a mental note, you want to write that down. You want to write down the thought process, the principles, the techniques that you wish you would have used to make a different decision that would have avoided the bad experience. You want to write that down because you want to make sure moving forward that you use that principle, and so that is your thought process. You don't want to repeat the same mistakes, you see? Now you're going to take those principles, techniques that you identified, and you're going to use them to write your personal mission statement. For instance, if you saw that what contributed to ended up in a bad situation was lack of taking action. So in other words, you one of the principles you decided that you need to use more in order to avoid encountering bad situations might be to be proactive and take action, eliminate procrastination. You know, you might have figured out that you need to think through the consequences of your decisions before you just make a decision based on emotion. You know, if you figured out that you need to make yourself more conscious and aware of improving on those principles, those techniques, then you want to put that in your mission statement, because your mission statement is something that you're going to read every morning that you wake up. This is going to keep it at the forefront of your mind so that throughout the day you are more likely to use those principles, techniques, and tools which will help you make better decisions, which will help you avoid the bad situations and increase the good situations. Oh, now you feel me. Oh, now you feel me. So there you have it. Smart, great thinking. Christmas present. New Year's thought. How you like it, baby? How you like your present? How you like your present? Next year, this time, I guarantee you, you will be in a different situation. You know, you will be on a better path to reaching your goal. You probably will end up redefining or writing some new goals. Now, you might be saying that this sounds somewhat challenging, and since none of us are perfect, then do we really expect any of this to work? You know? Well, you know, of course, none of us are perfect, but that doesn't mean that we can't make an attempt to make some improvements to ourselves. In fact, I mean, if you really want to achieve your goals and change where you are in life, then you must make improvements constantly. No, none of us will ever achieve perfection. But now, the next phase of this thought process is to do things that will help you to is to do things that will help you. Go ahead, man. That will help you to make those improvements. They're gonna wait and let the convoy. I guess the convoy do want to get by. Oh, he's going to the next intersection. I guess you're going to go block off the highway.